Hey everyone, welcome to your Universe Z, the place where we talk all about the Dragon Ball universe. Today we are going to go through Goku revealing his new kid, the strongest Saiyan. And if you would like to see more Dragon Ball content, please leave your like and subscribe to join our Universe Z. Goku has always been one of the most powerful characters in the entire Dragon Ball series. Not only because he is the protagonist, but mainly because he has a great capacity thanks to his Saiyan race and the effort generated so that he could always become stronger and stronger, surpassing his limits to the maximum. Speaking of expectations to become stronger, there has always been talk about what his son, Gohan, could have achieved if he had dedicated himself even more to combat instead of studies, right? How powerful could Gohan have become? Let's talk about his potential in today's video. Dragon Ball Super has been quiet since its first movie was released in 2018, but it won't be long before the anime debuts its new season. In addition, we recently had the release of the Dragon Ball Superhero movie. It promised to test Gohan in ways that we have never seen before, and now, we are seeing that he really was right in what he had speculated to all of us regarding the character. The whole thing started after Akira Toriyama did a little Q&A with the Dragon Ball team. The anime's official Twitter shared the snippet with fans, and Toriyama's first comment left internet users worried about Gohan. After all, Toriyama made a bold statement during the interview saying, "Gohan is really stronger than anyone." The creator went on to acknowledge that the anime's claim about Gohan was undermined time and again by the Saiyan himself. Goku's son could become stronger than him, but Gohan would have to devote his life to training in that case. Obviously, this is not what Gohan wants to do because of his studies and family, but Toriyama recognizes the Saiyan's potential. Now, Dragon Ball Superhero has given Gohan the chance to let loose in a way that we haven't seen in a long time. The hero last struggled during the Cell Saga, and Gohan had his moments during Majin Buu's reign. Fans of the Dragon Ball franchise who have wondered for many years why the character of Gohan, Goku's first son, never reached his potential may have missed the hidden meaning behind this choice. Gohan's excessive devotion to his work and career is, in fact, a critique of some aspects of Japanese society. His introduction at the beginning of Dragon Ball Z, Gohan has been teased as potentially the strongest character in the franchise. As the first human/Saiyan hybrid, Gohan already had enormous latent strength that appeared only in moments of emotional distress. By the end of the Cell Saga, it seemed that Gohan had finally tapped his full potential, being the first to reach Super Saiyan 2 status and defeating Cell easily. Akira Toriyama originally planned to have Gohan replace Goku as the protagonist, but the Majin Buu saga presented a complete turnaround. Gohan was neglecting his training to focus on his studies, and he couldn't even transform into Super Saiyan 2 again. After Gohan's latent potential was fully unlocked by Elder Kai, it seemed like it was his time to be the hero of the story once again, but it was Goku who finished Buu off. Fans had high hopes of seeing Gohan fulfill his potential in Dragon Ball Super, but the sequel saw Gohan relegated to secondary character status. After Buu's death, Gohan focused once again on his career as a scholar, but the Tournament of Power was the chance fans had been waiting for. Gohan regained his unleashed potential power and was named Captain of the Universe 17. However, the following story arcs focused once again on Goku and Vaidira, leaving Gohan behind. The reason Akira Toriyama seems unwilling to give Gohan his due is that the character represents a very clear stereotype, the Japanese victim of the country's workaholic culture, who is forced to sacrifice everything for the sake of his career. In this light, Gohan is actually a tragic character. He has gone from being one of the most powerful characters in the franchise, a young man full of energy and potential, to a shadow of his former self. This is how so many young people in Japan's toxic workplace culture have been conditioned to act. Time for sports, family, physical or mental health, only to work themselves to exhaustion. Even worse is that Gohan is not only neglecting his training, but his family as well, a VE that Gohan forgets to pick up his daughter Pan from school. Academic careers require sacrifice, which is even more true for Japan, but with Gohan there is always the feeling that he is sacrificing his potential and his true calling, to be a hero. Gohan has neglected his training and been de-energized so many times that it's hard to imagine this not being done on purpose by Toriyama, who knows as well as any other manga writer the sacrifices and hard work that being successful in Japan requires, and is perhaps using the character as a veiled critique of that culture. However, fans of the character have always wanted to see much more of him on the big screen. We wanted to see that long-awaited and much talked about potential of Akira come true before us. During the most recent film, Dragon Ball Superhero, we saw a little of what Gohan really could have become had he dedicated himself to the world of fighting. Gohan Beast, also known as just Beast, is an extremely powerful transformation that is unique to Gohan. Toriyama stated that the name comes from the feeling that, the beast within. In the Dragon Ball Super anime, Gohan previously mentioned fighting for a supreme form that no one has ever seen before. Similarly, in the manga, he brought to Kefla his goal of evolving as his own person, like a human, in Viz's translation, instead of a Saiyan. Initial visuals of Gohan's transformation closely resemble those of his original Super Saiyan 2 awakening. Gohan's eyes flicker and spiral from black to red before fully manifesting the form, in which his eyes turn completely red with black pupils. In this state, Gohan's eyebrows turn white, while his hair turns light gray of a shade similar to perfect higher instinct and lengthens to resemble his Super Saiyan 2 hairstyle as a boy, but is even longer, resulting in his overall hair structure tilting back to a large degree and finally with a single large bang in the front, down to his chin. His aura retains its blue-white glow, but he also gains an internal magenta-reddish aura surrounded by magenta lightning. The eruption of his ki is so intense that it resembles a huge geyser. As he uses the form, Gohan's voice deepens and becomes more menacing, similar to the beast-like Super Saiyan 4 form. After the first transformation, an echo of the young Super Saiyan 2 Gohan's scream can be heard in conjunction with Gohan's own scream. Gohan Beast is an evolved form of Gohan's unleashed potential state, stemming from Gohan's continuous awakening since he was a child, and is currently his strongest transformation in recent media. Piccolo believed shortly before Gohan achieved the form that he would be the strongest, and in the promotion of the movie Toriyama referred to Gohan as being stronger than anyone, but not having had a chance to shine recently. His power was such that he defeated the weakened Cell Max with ease. In Dragon Ball Super, Super Hero, Gohan attained the form after witnessing the apparent death of Piccolo by Cell Max and transformed out of pure rage, just like his first transformation into Super Saiyan 2 against the original Cell. In this form, he effortlessly resisted and brutally retaliated against a full force punch from Cell Max and was able to completely annihilate his huge energy sphere as well as his core with a special beam cannon while Orange Piccolo was restricting the giant's movement. Beast Gohan is a rather interesting form for us to see in the artwork, considering that this may currently be the most powerful transformation achieved by him so far. The curiosity of it is that the full promotional art for Gohan Beast shows Gohan in the same pose as Goku when he reached Super Saiyan, presumably referencing that Gohan is the same age as Goku reached Super Saiyan. We had seen the character engaging in even more combat. We could have seen him currently with a much greater form and powers than when Goku was his age. He could, in fact, have become the most powerful of all if he had a hunger for power and the will to overcome his limits as great as that of his father. Now, we can only hope that we will see even more of his native abilities acted out in the story, perhaps with Beast Gohan appearing again in the new Dragon Ball anime and awakening even more of his powers for us all to see. But what about you? Do you think Gohan could get even stronger? Which transformation would you like to see him learn? Leave your opinion in the comments. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any suggestions for videos, don't forget to comment here below, because I'll be reading all of them as I always do. Also, don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed the video and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss out on any content from your Universe Z.